UPSC, college or school must have been a dream to you all. Well, we at SRCC Wings of Fire are here to assist you fulfill your dreams. Today we have with us IAS Ritika Jindal, who has secured an All India rank 88 in UPSC Civil Services Examinations at a nascent age of 22 years, and that too with ever highest marks in Commerce and Accountancy. Apart from this, she has also secured third rank in her graduation from Shri College of Commerce. So without any further ado, I, Muskan Jindal, on behalf of SRCC Wings of Fire, welcome her to the very first session of our initiative, Man Ki Baat Seniors ke Saath.
Thank you so much, Muskan. Thank you. Shall we go with question answer round?
Yeah, sure. Let's start with a brief journey of yours.
Okay, a brief journey of mine. Okay, so I'm basically from Patiala, but I was brought up in Moga district. I've done my schooling till 12th class from Moga. It's a CBSE school, small town school. And I was Northern India topper of CBSE and All India rank 4th at that time, 12th class. So then I landed up in Shri College of Commerce. I had also given CPT out of fun. So CPT, as you know, was the foundation, the entrance for CA. And I had All India rank 10 over there. And in CTSE Olympiad, that is the Commerce Talent Search Examination, again, I had rank 10 in 12th class. Uske baad in Shri College of Commerce, I was into lots and lots of societies in the very first year. I was a good campaigner into many elections also. And I was a hostelier. So I was into many societies. We had QuizSoc, HPS, History Political Science Society, NSS I was part of, many other societies, and UPSC Cell was there, EcoSoc, right? Many other societies. And then in my second year of college, so I started preparation for UPSC exactly after my first year of college. And becoming an IAS officer was my childhood dream. From 6th and 7th class. So I wanted to serve the nation and the people. So it was just a completely determined effort to become an IAS officer. So I started preparation exactly after first year of college. And in second year, I was the cultural secretary of the hostel. For 3 years, I was in girls hostel. And second year, I was the cultural secretary and UPSC cell president of HPS society. And then I later on became the president of girls hostel as well in the third year. So that was about the college life. College life, I had 95% aggregate in BCom honors for the whole 3 years. Hamare time percentage hota tha, I think currently you guys are having CGPA system, right? And I'm a pass out of 2017 batch. And my younger brother still is in SRCC. He's in final year BCom honors. And yeah, so that was about the college journey. I also started... I had enrolled in MCOM at SRCC, but then I got into civil services at the age of 22 years. I was the youngest one in my batch. So at the age of 22 years, I got. So then the journey landed up, I went to Labasna Masuri Academy for training. So that was 1 year training program. I got to learn a lot. It was a lot of, good exposure. In adventure sports, also in self-defense and many other activities, cultural programs, etc. And then I had 1 year district training in Solan district. If you might have heard the name of Kasoli or Dakshai, Chel, these are all hill stations. So these were all under Solan jurisdiction. You might have heard the name of Baddi. Baddi is a pharmaceutical hub of India, we call Baddi Pharma industry. So they were all part of Solan district. So after completing 2 years of this rigorous training, I finally, from officer trainee, I became an officer. And then currently I'm posted in Mandi. So I'm SDM of Mandi district. So Mandi subdivision mein I'm currently posted. It's almost been just 1.5 months into the SDM ship. But in district Solan, I had wide exposure of Tehsildar, of Nagar Parishad, that urban local bodies, and BDO, that is rural development, urban development, and the revenue department, land records, etc. So I had a wide exposure over there. So Mandi is a fine, good place. Any of you may want to come. It's really mesmerizing. Beautiful lakes, Parashar Lake, Revalsar Lake, and our boundary touches Kullu district, so we are on the way. So whenever you plan to go to Kullu Manali, you can just stop by and say hi. So right, so we'll plan a good thing for you guys. So you can even plan a trip also, college trips, but I don't know कोरोना में आप लोगों का college ही खत्म हो गया online बैठे बैठे. You didn't get a good overview as such for the college life, but then you can plan as a society visit over here. I'll be welcoming you all.
Yeah.
Right, so that has been a brief so far. Anything you want to know?
It was indeed an inspiring journey. It seems that you have got exposure into all the things ranging from college society to the post, and you have well managed your time as well. Let's move on to our next question. Many students, even from the colleges like top colleges, prepare for civil services, but only a small chunk of them get selected into the services, and you are one amongst them. So what are the few things which you consider were the most important for your selection and other sincere aspirants generally lack it?
If you see, one is the right direction, right? The one is the right direction. We can say the elder brother, MK Yadav sir, I had done good mentorship coaching under him. So he's a great teacher, and he's currently training a lot of people to become an IAS and IPS officer. So he has his own institute, the IAS Hub. But the right guidance, if you get a good mentor, that is very important, right? Because this is a risky job. You see, the IAS, for example, in college, you guys must be studying 10 years question paper. Abhi to khair, you guys have open book examination and you all are cheating, the examinations. But in our time, it used to be offline examinations, and students used to be studying just 10 years past 10 years question paper, and just passing handsomely with 60 to 70% of marks. Though I never picked up any 10 years question paper, I used to study from the textbooks only, which I used to revise 4-5 times, and I had a very good hold, and that is what I think had paid me when I had chosen commerce and accountancy as an optional, and I had the highest marks in commerce and accountancy optional. So I think the जो आप मेहनत करते हैं वो कभी waste नहीं जाती, right? I still used to remember audit की class में, because since attendance के marks नहीं होते थे उस वाले में, I used to be the only student attending that class. The whole class I used to be sitting and teach for the whole semester. I still remember Deepika ma'am, if you guys might be knowing, she used to come and she just used to teach me and go. So she used to come only for me to the class. So that is the thing. If you have the dedication, if you have your learning spirit, learning attitude, that you want to learn something, so things definitely pay off, right? It's not just about getting a degree, so it's about gaining knowledge and a hold on your subject. So if you say that you have a bachelor's degree in commerce, it means you should definitely have a good hold on it. It just should not be for the name's sake, right? So things pay off, and one thing, and discipline and perseverance, of course, is very important, because this exam is very risky in nature. So 10 years wala cheez nahi chalta hai is examination mein. UPSC every year changes the pattern, right? And there are numerous subjects, right? Anything and everything under the sun, we generally call so many subjects, right? You just name it, it's there in the examination. पेपर पैटर्न, बुक्स आर नॉट डिफाइंड. यहाँ पे तो यू गाइज नो कि ठीक है, ये राहुल भैया की फोटोकॉपी शॉप से उठा ली बुक्स, ठीक है, रीडिंग पढ़ ली, हो जाएगा उसी से. बट दैट्स नॉट द केस इन यूपीएससी, राइट? So books are not defined, syllabus is not defined, paper pattern is not defined, everything is undefined. So in that, it's completely an uncharted territory. In the middle of the ocean you are, and you don't know the way, you don't have the map, you don't have the compass, you don't have anything else, right? So that's the case. But if you are disciplined, if you have perseverance, if you have the right guidance, and if you know how to control your mind, basically it's all about mind game. What happens is, today you might be, if you're listening to me, you might be motivated and you might be studying for 10 hours. Aaj to Ritika di ne bola hai, wow, I'm feeling so motivated, I'll be studying 10 hours, I'll be, I'll finish these many chapters of Lakshmikant. That won't help. Actually, actual motivation and actual inspiration is what carries you forth for another 2-3 years, right? For the examination journey. It's not just one day effort and kal aap log chill maar rahe hain ki yaar aaj to WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook and सब पे time waste कर रहे हैं, Twitter पे, right? Snapchat. So वो चीज नहीं होनी चाहिए. There should be a consistency of efforts. I don't want you guys to be studying 14 hours every day, but then yes, 10 to 12 hours every day. If you study diligently, it's good. So you have to take care of your health also, right? And mental health, psychological health. So you need to socialize also, but then give due importance to padhai, right? So that is the major thing, that consistently your graph should not be like up and down going. It should be like stable, that you should be studying continuously and regularly. That's the case. And many people, they make mistake of,
Right.
just studying one subject. Yeah. You have a doubt?
You can continue. Actually, I guess there was some internet problem. You can.
Okay. So if you see, generally students, they focus on just studying one subject. Let's say if I like polity, or let's say history, I'll have a tendency to read so many other books because I'll feel it's interesting, and I'll try to go more in depth into that subject. But if let's say I don't like geography, I'll try to escape from that subject, and I'll just hardly study one or two books. But UPSC is not going to just set the paper as per your own choice. Right. So you have to mold your own choices and have a good working knowledge of each and every subject. You're not supposed to actually have a superficial knowledge, nor a very PhD type of knowledge. It should be a good working knowledge of each and every subject. That is what is needed. So these were the common mistakes, and people generally common mistake which they do is they think, okay, what is they either overinvest or underinvest in any of these three stages: pre, mains, and interview. Whereas all these three stages are equally important, you should not sacrifice any stage for the other, because तीनों ही stage clear करनी पड़ेंगी, right? It's not like CA-CPT wherein आपने IPCC का group 1 clear कर लिया, group 2 चलो 1-2 साल बाद कर रहे हैं, next attempt में कर रहे हैं, या and generally CA का क्या होता है कि 1 साल में 2 पेपर हो जाते हैं, but right, but IAS का तो 1 साल में एक ही पेपर होता है. You have limited attempts, 5-6 attempt ही होंगे, right? And limited age group. सो जनरली अपने को सीए की आदत हो जाती है, बच्चों को जो बीकॉम वाले बच्चे हैं सीए दे रहे होते हैं, या फिर चलो मास्टर्स परस्यू करते हैं, एमबीए परस्यू करते हैं, प्लेसमेंट्स परस्यू करते हैं. बट सो आईएएस इज अ ऑल टुगेदर अ डिफरेंट बॉल गेम, राइट? सो यू नीड अ वेरी वेरी डिफरेंट ओरिएंटेशन. वो कॉलेज में नहीं हो पाता है. कॉलेज में सब मस्ती मार रहे होते हैं ना, एवरीथिंग, एवरीबडी फील्स लाइक एसआरसीसी में आ गए, वाओ सब कुछ मिल गया जिंदगी में, राइट? इट्स द एंड ऑफ द लाइफ, सब हैप्पी, ऑल हैप्पी गो लकी, हैप्पी गोइंग. बट दैट्स नॉट द केस. इट्स जस्ट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ अ न्यू जर्नी, राइट? सो वो हमें एक राइट पर्सपेक्टिव से ही आगे बढ़ना पड़ेगा, राइट? सो इस चीज पे फोकस करें आप लोग. बाकी एनीथिंग एल्स यू वांट टू आस्क?
Okay, so what I can conclude from your answer is, first of all, the mentorship part, you should have a right guidance. Then there's discipline. Third one is consistency. And fourth one is obviously the time management part. And the last is key, you should limit your sources rather than just going into PhD sort of study. You should focus on studying the general sciences, the general studies.
Yeah. Any other question?
So, ma'am, my next question. So my question to you is, when should a commerce student ideally start his or her preparation? Like whether in the second year or third year, or should take a 1 year gap and then prepare for it? What's your view?
See, it's an individual journey. I can't exactly comment that what should everybody do, because every person has his or her own strength and weakness, right? So you can't copy paste. Yeah, but then the point is, you need at least 2 years of preparation, right? If you are preparing along with college or a job or something like that, internship etc के साथ कर रहे हो, articleship के साथ कर रहे हो, roughly 2 years time, safe time होता है कि around 1 year आप coaching लेते हैं, foundation course करते हैं 1 साल के लिए, and then you go for your optional preparation or test series etc. 1 साल आपको revision के लिए चाहिए. So if you want to make a safe, a safe planning, otherwise तो देने वाले तो ऐसे बिना पढ़े भी दे सकते हैं. So that is not the point. If you want to have a good score in the examination, so you should be very well prepared and have a good time of 2 years before you want to give the examination. So if you want to give the examination exactly after graduation, if you are fulfilling the age criteria, you can very well prepare from the first year itself. After first year, I mean second and third year. And if you think that you will not be of enough age and you want to have a dedicated preparation, because not everybody can manage time so well, राइट। हर किसी का अपना इंटरेस्ट एरिया होता है, कोई पॉलिटिक्स में जाना चाहता है, कोई यूनियंस में जाना चाहता है, या कोई किसी का और रिसर्च का, या कोई किसी इंटर्नशिप को और अच्छे से करना चाहता है. इट कुड बी मेनी इंटरेस्ट्स. सो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन योर ओन इंटरेस्ट एरिया, इफ यू वांट हैव अ 1 year गैप, यू कैन ऑफ कोर्स हैव इट. बट गैप के साथ साथ चाहे आप करस्पॉन्डेंस से कर लेना कोई मास्टर्स डिग्री, बिकॉज मास्टर्स डिग्रीज दे ऑफ कोर्स हेल्प यू, right? Because it's an additional academic degree which you will be having, and if you want to switch the optional, you can switch the optional as well. That if you think that you're not that comfortable with commerce and accountancy, because it's all technical and you'll need a lot of practice for that, all the numericals, etc., etc. If you don't have good hold, so then don't go for it, otherwise it will ruin you, right? If you have good hold on it and you think you can take out time, और आप मेहनत कर सकते हो, otherwise you can go for the other optionals like public administration is there, political science and IR, sociology, geography, history, these are
Yes.
theoretical subjects जो आप पढ़ के conceptual knowledge लेके you can give the examination, and then you can pursue a correspondence course in those optional courses also. Masters correspondence उस optional में कर सकते हो आप, so that can be an additional benefit to you all. Right, so that can be a broadly strategy. Few of my friends, they're still in, they're doing job, somebody has left the job, now are preparing for UPSC, my batchmates or seniors, and few people are doing along with the job. But job agar lena to aisi lena which will give you flexibility of preparation, right? Few people might be in 3rd year, so flexibility in preparation hona chahiye. It should not be ke 10-12 ghante aap job se aa rahe ho, then you won't have energy and time to spend on the education for this IAS exam. ठीक है? बैकअप में आप
So the
स्टेट सिविल
keeping in
सर्विसेज का भी रख सकते हो, स्टेट सिविल सर्विसेज को भी आप एग्जाम वगैरह में दे सकते हो, राइट? जस्ट टू ट्राई योर हैंड. पूछे जी, बताएं.
So the keeping in mind any SRCC graduate, or let's say any commerce graduate who is a graduate for the year 2022 and is planning to take 1 year gap, which generally occurs due to the age of commerce people. So when should such a student ideally prepare for it? Like in the 3rd year starting, or should rely on just that 1 year thing?
नहीं, गैप ईयर में तो छोड़ना ही नहीं है ना. गैप ईयर में ऑलरेडी यू विल हैव टू डू योर ऑप्शनल, योर कोचिंग एंड मेनी अदर थिंग्स एंड टेस्ट सीरीज. तो 3rd ईयर से स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा आपको. सो 2 year सेफ प्लान बना के चलना पड़ेगा.
Ma'am, here is the next question. As there is always a dilemma as on whether to go for coaching or do self-study. Thus, keeping in mind the current pandemic situation, what is your view on taking any coaching, and what are the advantages of taking coaching or doing self-study? What did you do, and what will you suggest to others on the basis of your experience?
See, coaching actually, for me, it's like a school. I don't term it as a coaching, and you need a guru or a teacher who can, hold your hand in that sense to show you the right direction. As you told, it's a very risky business, right? If you don't have anybody from my time, कोई senior preparation नहीं कर रहे थे, friends को ज़्यादा इतना idea नहीं था, so nobody was there as such. And UPSC cell was formatively formed, and I was the first one to head it in that manner. So इसलिए UPSC सेल फॉर्म हुआ था, wherein we used to discuss the current affairs basically. तो हम लोग current affairs वगैरह डिस्कस कर लेते थे. It was just a small sort of a cell, but आप लोगों के लिए if I see जो कोचिंग का है, मेरे को जो मेजर फायदा लगता था कि आपको एक अच्छा पीयर ग्रुप मिलता था. तो होता क्या था, अपने कॉलेज में तो लोगों को मस्ती करनी है ना, डीयू में हर जगह घूमना है. दिल्ली में आ गए तो घूमेंगे, खाएंगे, पिएंगे, ऐश करेंगे, और क्या है ना, सिंपल सी बात है. बट IAS के लिए फिर if you are in DU and you're studying for 1-2 hours, everybody was like, wow, you're studying for 1-2 hours, wow. But then if you know the competition for IAS, people are studying for 10-12 hours, there you'll get to know कि यार आप कितने पानी में हो, right? So you need to have a good peer group so that you can have the right orientation. या आपको लगेगा यार you are doing the best, आराम से IAS का एग्जाम आपका निकल जाएगा, है ना. But if you are in the right set of the people, competitive environment में, so that will take you forth, right? So वो चीज है एक, that the tide will take you. But एक ये चीज है, teacher, yes, because there are many technical subjects, right? Geography, history, polity में भी कुछ technical चीजें हैं, and science and tech में है काफी ज्यादा, है ना. बायोलॉजी में होगी, फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री की कुछ होंगी. So it's good that you get good coaching, right? It's good that it will facilitate you. It's not, so see coaching as a important thing which will facilitate you which will help you in your preparation. It's not a mandatory thing, but it will definitely cut short the number of years which you will take to clear. Because self study में क्या है ना, आप खुद ही hit and trial method करते रहोगे. क्यों करना है जब आपको आराम से, if somebody is showing you the way and other people are taking the advantage of it. या तो ये हो कि ये पूरा कॉम्पिटिटिव वर्ल्ड है और सबके सब सेल्फ स्टडी कर रहे हैं, राइट, देन यू आर ऑल ऑन इक्वल फुटिंग. कुछ बच्चे जो बनी बनाई खीर का फायदा ले रहे हैं और आप अपनी खीर बनाने में लगे हुए हैं, सो इट्स अ कॉम्पिटिटिव वर्ल्ड, यू हैव टू सी, राइट. सो इट्स ऑल योर चॉइस, but what I think is good peer group you'll get. You'll be able to do group study, you'll get good teachers who can clarify your doubts. So this is what I think is important. Yeah. Any other question?
Okay, so when did you started your coaching? Like it was in second year or when
second year. I
started?
completed the GS Foundation course in second year. I did it with MK Yadav sir only. Yeah.
Okay, so again for the coaching, there are various types of coachings going on, like different edtech platforms and these physical coachings, and there are coachings
the
like
physical,
for particular.
Yeah, true. If physical अगर आपको chance मिलता है ना, तो वो बेस्ट है. फिजिकल वाला बेस्ट है बिकॉज जो इंटरेक्शन से आप सीखते हो ना, क्लासरूम के एनवायरनमेंट से सीखते हो, वो सामने वो पता नहीं कब से क्लास चलते चलते इंटरनेट पे कुछ और सर्फिंग शुरू हो जाती है, ठीक है, चैटिंग शुरू हो जाती है, व्हाट्सएप शुरू हो जाता है, कुछ और शुरू हो जाता है. So for better discipline and perseverance and to have a right set of orientation, I think physical classes, for me, for myself, I've always preferred a physical classes over the online classes. But अगर अभी फिलहाल तो कोरोना है, so there's no other choice. You can go for the online coaching. But go for the complete package. Avoid करना एक individual subject इधर से उधर. Because then, see, आपकी ना खुद की टेंशन होगी फिर, मैंने ये सब्जेक्ट यहाँ से करना है, उसकी ये बुक पढ़नी है. देन अदरवाइज जो 50% आपकी एनर्जी जाती है, क्या पढ़ना है, कहाँ से पढ़ना है, कैसे पढ़ना है, 50% ऑफ द एनर्जी यू यूटिलाइज फॉर जस्ट लर्निंग द थिंग्स. सो आउटसोर्स दैट 50% टू अ गुड मेंटोर, कि खत्म कर दो काम, एंड देन जो आपके पास 100% एनर्जी बची है, फोकस इट ऑन लर्निंग ना. इट्स ऑल अबाउट कॉस्ट बेनिफिट एनालिसिस. अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट तो पढ़ते ही है ना हम, तो ये सेम चीज है, ठीक है.
All right. So these days, most of the organizations promote this, that the exam is becoming more and more current affairs oriented, and they keep on making summaries for daily newspaper, monthly compilations, Yojana, Kurukshetra, and even for RSC. So what's your view on the importance of current affairs in exams from pre as well as mains perspective, and how did you manage this part of your preparation?
See, current affairs is very very important. It can never be underrated. So मैंने तो यार एमके यादव सर से किया था करंट अफेयर्स. बाकी तो सबकी अपनी अपनी चॉइस है, जिसको जो टीचर से समझने में इजी फील होता है, पर्सन शुड गो विद दैट. बट फॉर मी होल करंट अफेयर्स रिलायंस वाज विद सर, एंड उन्होंने बड़े ही अच्छे से काफी इन डेप्थ कराया सारे करंट अफेयर्स. सो वो इतना मथा नहीं मारना पड़ता. अदरवाइज हाफ ऑफ योर अगेन एनर्जी विल गो कि हिंदू से पढ़ लो, इंडियन एक्सप्रेस से पढ़ लो, योजना शोजना पढ़ लो, पीआईबी, पीआरएस. There are thousands of sources and you'll be all confused. So many summaries. So just stick to one source and उसपे आप rely करके and just go forth with it. So I used to study from sir. Sir की खुद की current affairs classes होती थी.
Okay, so did you make notes for the daily newspapers or relied on just sir for all the compilations and all? Like, did you? What was your plan for this for current affairs?
देखो सर के जो नोट्स होते थे ना, वो ऑलरेडी काफी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव होते थे. बिकॉज अगर न्यूज़पेपर में आएगा, कहीं और से आएगा, आई हैव टू सर्फ द इंटरनेट टू उसका आगे पीछे सब निकालने के लिए समरी वमरी, राइट. एंड बाकी समरी नोट्स में भी समरी होती है, बट सर का इज लाइक वेरी वेल एक्सप्लेन्ड एंड इट्स वेरी मच एग्जॉस्टिव, आई शुड से, the material. So that had actually helped me. बाकी आप लोग देख सकते हैं, सर का YouTube चैनल भी है, if you just want to go through it, just जिसको भी अगर लेनी है कोचिंग, अगर उनको ठीक लगेगा, they can just there are few free lectures, they can just have a look at it, because make an informed choice. ठीक है, अब आप लोग किसी से भी पढ़ोगे, 5-6 महीना पढ़ोगे, 1 साल पढ़ोगे, make an informed choice. हर किसी का डेमो देखो, आप लोग देखें, है ना, you guys are informed people, राइट. पढ़े लिखे समझदार बच्चे, एसआरसीसी वाले बच्चे, अब तो इससे ऊपर तो मैं क्या ही बोलूं, बट मेक एन इन्फॉर्म्ड चॉइस, राइट.
ओके जी, सो आप डेली न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते थे या नहीं पढ़ते थे? मतलब बहुत सारा कंफ्यूजन है. People spend 2 to 3 hours on the daily newspaper, and
See, when in my first attempt in my first attempt, I used to study for 3 years. I studied. I used to make notes. But first attempt, में I cleared pre-mains and interview. But मेरा final list में नाम नहीं था. So that was at the age of 21 years. So at the age of 22 years, फिर then I completely relied on sir's notes for current affairs. So उसके बाद फिर मैंने न्यूज़पेपर से टाइम सेव किया, जो 2-2.5 घंटे सेव हुए ना मेरे. तो मैं सर की क्लास अटेंड करो एंड देन यू विल सेव द अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम. सो 15-20 मिनट या हार्डली मेरे ख्याल आधा घंटा, जिस दिन ज्यादा होता था उस दिन न्यूज़पेपर आई यूज टू रीड फॉर हाफ एन आवर. सो आई यूज टू सेव 2 आवर्स. वो आप जीएस पे लगाओ या फिर उसको लर्न करने में लगाओ स्टफ को. सो वो टाइम वेस्ट नहीं होता है नोट टेकिंग इधर उधर से ढूंढने वूंढने में. सो दैट यू कैन सेव. ऑफ कोर्स अगेन अ कॉस्ट बेनिफिट एनालिसिस यू हैव टू डू.
It was a good strategy indeed, a time saving also. So let's move on to our next question. This is about like what was your strategy to read and retain books like Lakshmikant and Spectrum, which are believed to have each and every word as sacred. Did you make notes for each subject, or what was your retention strategy?
I never used to make notes as such. I used to underline. पहले pencil से कर लो. कुछ difficult है, कुछ second reading में you can underline with pen, and third में you can go with the highlighter and all. उसके बाद अगर आपको लगे कि कुछ बहुत ही ज़्यादा important है, then you can further make sticky notes या किसी note से. But everybody has his or her own strategy, because there were few friends जिनको सिर्फ लिख के ही समझ में आता है, लिख के ही याद होता है. So they are free to make notes. बट मुझे ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं था. मुझे था कि बस पढ़ लो, अंडरलाइन कर लो, हो जाएगा टाइप्स. तो हर बंदे का अगेन दिस व्हाट आई वाज सेइंग कि अपना यूएसपी है, अपना बंदे का पढ़ने का स्टाइल है. जिस तरह से आप पढ़ के अब एसआरसीसी में पहुंचे उसी तरह से पढ़ के बस आपको और आगे जाना है.
So like आपने एग्जाम से पहले भी डायरेक्टली वो बुक रेफर किया था एंड योर अंडरलाइन पोर्शंस.
सारे बुक्स, पूरे बुक की.
Alright. So when we are talking related to the college, so how was your daily routine in the college look like? Like how did you manage to neglect all the distractions which happen in the third year, like internships, competitions, CV waiting?
I never used to sit for placements. I never sat for placements. I never did any internship or any sort. मेरे को पता था IAS करना है तो इसलिए IAS ही किया बस. So you can avoid those things. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. So there is another interesting question here. What would you have been if not IAS? It would be great if you could please describe your views on the role of backup, which is quite being popular after this series, Aspirants, which they call as Plan B. So what do you think, whether it is a boon or a bane?
देखो प्लान बी में मैंने स्टेट सिविल सर्विसेज क्लियर कर लिया था पंजाब का ना. इट प्री मेंस इंटरव्यू से पहले जस्ट 2 days बिफोर मेरा इंटरव्यू होने वाला था पंजाब का, आईएएस का रिजल्ट आ गया था. सो आई डिडंट गो फॉर द इंटरव्यू फॉर पंजाब सिविल सर्विसेज, बट मेरा वो भी क्लियर हो गया था वो फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में. सो तो वो चीज है. दिस व्हाट आई वाज सेइंग, स्टेट सिविल सर्विसेज को आप रख सकते हैं. इट्स अ वेरी गुड ऑप्शन प्लान बी. सो बाकी अदरवाइज देयर इज नो स्टॉपिंग यू guys are bright kids. You can go for any field. Just always keep in mind the good for the country and the people. Wherever you will be of course doing that. So you can go for CSR funding, you can go for NGOs etc. kahin pe bhi jana, but keep that in mind, the interest of the people and the nation. Yeah.
Right. So ma'am, everyone says that work smartly, but I would like to ask you how to complement this hard work and smart work, keeping in mind CSE preparation.
देखो जैसे मैंने आपको समझाया ना कि मैंने न्यूज़पेपर से सेव किए 2.5 hours जो पढ़ते थे सर की क्लासेस से, राइट. और फिर कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट को सर को दे दिए एज अ मेंटोर कि भाई आप यू डिसाइड द स्ट्रेटजी एंड यू गो फॉर इट. सो दिस इज हाउ योर स्मार्ट वर्क विल वर्क, राइट. करने होते मैं भी लगी रहती 4-5 साल हिट एंड ट्रायल मेथड से, बट दिस इज हाउ यू हैव टू वर्क स्मार्टली. Yep.
All right, now. So let's move on to the last question for today. What advice would you like to give to younger you? That is, what are the points you would like to work upon or change in your preparation if you are placed back at the same time with the help of a time machine?
देखो मुझे तो कोई I don't have any regrets. I'm happy the way the preparation I did. I'm quite satisfied with that. But बच्चों को, since you are my juniors, so advice तो यही है, always respect your teachers, parents and elderly. ठीक है. And always keep in mind that you should do good about the nation and the people. So be a responsible citizen of India. बाकी चीजें तो चलती रहती हैं, है ना. पूरे देश का भला सिर्फ आईएएस बन के नहीं कर सकते आप, राइट. in a drama, Ramstock society वाले बच्चे भी होंगे. So in a drama or in skit, every person is important, right? Dialogue writer, script writer, the costume designers, the light and sound show wala, the actor. So same is the case with the country, with the nation. Each and every person in each and every role is important. That, you know, if everybody working in different roles work to the best of their capabilities, then of course we'll be a better nation, right? So jahan pe bhi hain, jaise bhi hain, just work for the nation and the people in the best of your capability, right?
All right, ma'am. This was indeed an exciting answer, which we can expect from a true nation lover. So we hope this discussion would definitely have cleared doubts of a lot of aspirants, and we are very grateful that ma'am has joined us today, and it was a great experience, ma'am, to have you here. Thanks a lot for your valuable time.
Thank you so much, Muskan. All the best to all of you. Right? Do great in life. All the best. Bye-bye.